Oh, man, hold on. Wait a minute. This is some bullshit.
They're canceling the fucking show?
Yeah, they're planning on dropping us after 7 years.
That's bullshit. You still got people that listen and like the show.
Well, guys, you had a good 7-year run. What more do you want from us?
You're like a goddamn Oreo cookie. You taste like shit, but swathed in the center.
Okay, goddammit. Our hands are tied, okay? Yeah, you're goddamn right, your hands are tied. Jerk, pass me the duct tape, motherfucker. What are you doing? Tape them together. Yeah, motherfucker.
You know what? I think I kind of like this.
Yeah.
Tie it a little tighter.
Maxwell Silverhammer, G.J. Jerkman, Cruise Control, and G Motors.
Hellfire, I think somebody lit a cigarette. No, it's the hottest radio show on the internet. So keep it locked here from 7 to 9. Stim radio fan, they ahead of their time. And now it's lesson 1, man, this is lesson 2. No format because they keep it fresh and new. And this is what I call a real show. They tough as hell with a hard edge like a steel top. They campaign like a bass said. So if you're mad at them, call in, fuck some hate mail. And if you think that the jocks sound quirky, allow me to introduce you to the shit that hurts.
All right, you sons of fucking bitches. Welcome to the shit that fucking cocksucking irks me. It's Tuesday night. Oh man, I'm corped up today because I had an event for work. So obviously, I'm too corporate for convo, and that's how it is. I'm flying solo again. So hey, it's whoa, what happened there? That was weird. Okay, but so I'm flying solo again, and it's all good. So I had an adventure last night on ITN, which got to tell you guys about. So Darren, who's my usual driver, picks me up, and he says, "Hey man, I got some bad news for you. You're going to be with me for a little bit." And I said, "Oh shit, well, and I'm thinking, okay, one ride, all right, I've done that before. It's a shared ride system. It's, kind of have to take the dick, but whatever." So he goes, "Yeah," he goes, "I've got 2 pickups I got to do. One's at 9:30 and one's at 10. So I'm like, whoa. So these are really spaced out pickups that we have to, basically, because when he came and got me, it was 9 o'clock. So 9:30, it was the next pickup. So I'm going, oh shit, well, we got 30 minutes. What are we going to do? Sit there and play sphincter banjo for like 30 minutes? And he's like, yeah, I know, it's kind of a bitch. He's like, I guess we can go early and see if they're ready. Well, and they were really in the same vicinity, so it wouldn't have made sense for him to drive me all the way home on the other side of town, then come back over here because the pickups were around this area. So I said, well, shit, man. I said, man, I was like, we got time. Knowing me, I think about food. So I'm like, hey, what about getting something to eat? And he was like, you hungry? And I'm like, yeah. And I was like, you see a McDonald's or something? And he was like, yeah, there's a McDonald's up here. We can just go there. I was like, all right, fuck it. So anyway, we went and I ordered my usual 20-piece McNugget and a large fry. And he actually ordered some 20-piece nugget too. He was like, nuggets aren't that bad for you. He's like, fuck it, I'm going to order some nuggets. So he gets his chicken nuggets, and, we're sitting there, we're eating them in the van and everything. And right about that time was time to go get these. Now, there were 3 people we were picking up at one place. That was the first pickup. So we get there, and it's one of these, like, the shops for, like, where mentally retarded people work. You know what I'm saying? Like, where they have, the, what do you call it? Where they whatever, stock shelves or move furniture. It's one of these emporium stores. So the woman comes out and he tells her, yeah, this is who I'm coming to pick up. I'm here for blah, 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 blah. So he named off the people he's coming to pick up. And she goes, well, we got a problem. David, who was the one guy, she's like, he's been dry heaving all night. And I'm going, oh, fuck. Because, okay, let me tell you a little something about Maxwell. I know I could sit here and talk about my shits and talk about vaginal blood and talk about pretty much any disgusting fucking thing you can think of. But for some reason, I have a real Achilles heel against vomit. And I don't know what it is. The sound of it fucks with me, and the smell of it fucks with me. And I'm thinking, oh, if this guy, and I actually said to Darren, I was like, if he's throwing up, man, technically that's a biohazard, and you can actually refuse the ride. And he's like, yeah, I know, but if he's just dry heaving, then it should be, And I'm like, oh, fuck. So she said, the woman said, oh, yeah, I tried to call his mom, but she's not calling me back. she's probably fucking shooting up somewhere or fucking in a casino, you know. And so anyway, that's not what she said. That's what I added in, of course, because that's my fucking thing. And you know, so she basically she said that, you know, she was like, yeah, I tried to call the mom, but mom's not there. So then I hear him outside the van, and he's going, "Ah!" And I'm like, oh, fuck no, I don't want to have to listen. And thank God I fit. You know, this is one of the beauties of being able to eat fast, because thank God I choked down my nuggets and fries before all this shit started, because as soon as I heard that, I felt the nuggets touching my throat. You know, I'm like, uh-oh. You know, and I'm thinking, you know what? If he actually pukes or I smell it, I'm like, I can't promise that I'm not going to do it myself. You know, and I've never puked because someone else puked. I know people that actually did. But for me, you know, I was like, yeah, okay, well, we'll see how this goes, I guess. So we get these 3 people on the van, and so she says, don't worry, I gave him a thing of water, and she's like, I'm going to give him some bags, too. Now, okay, but these aren't barf bags. These are regular bags. So if he fucking spews it, you know, the acid from his stomach is going to eat away at the lining of the fucking bag. Then we're going to have barf all over the fucking van. So, you know, it's like, oh, shit. So he's like, yeah, quadruple bag it, quintuple bag it, you know, whatever you got to do. So she gives him these bags, and, you know, he gets on, and, you know, I can hear him back there, and he's breathing heavy. You know how it is when you're nauseous. You know, you're like, you know, so he's doing that, and then every once in a while he'll do his and I'm like, oh God, no. You know, and I hate that sound. It just, oh. And so anyway, so he gets on, and he's, you know, he never did throw up, but he was doing this dry heave shit. So, which I suspect, here's what I think, you know, being his cognitive or lack of, you know, cognitive ability, I think, you know how you will eat food that makes you nauseous, and, you know, you understand that, oh, hey, man, whatever the fuck I just ate made me feel kind of nauseous. Oh, shit, that sucks. But you don't necessarily throw up. But I think in his mindset, he's not able to discern, you know, right away feeling nauseous, you know, just makes you assume, oh, I've got to throw up. So that's what it was. It was almost like he was trying to force throwing up, and he couldn't do that. So yeah, that's basically, so yeah, I'm riding around with that, you know, and then of course we get to the other place where we're picking up the other guy, and we had to wait for him because he wasn't done till 10 o'clock. So he finally comes out about 10 and gets in. And so meanwhile, I'm listening to this shit all the way home, this hacking, gagging, fucking vomiting. And again, thank God he never puked. But, you know, I finally got home. It was like 10:20. But, you know, even after that, even after, you know, getting out of there and everything, I still, you know, just hearing that sound in your mind, man, it traumatizes you. And again, this is so funny because, you know, I'll talk about any fucking disgust. You know, you guys have heard me. You know, we've say the sickest shit. I'm talking about microwaved oatmeal and semen and fucking, you know, the sickest shit ever. But for some reason, that just fucks with me. I do not like the sound or smell of, I do not like to hear people throw up. I do not like to smell vomit. You know, it's just something, I don't know. It's a weird programming of me, of how it is. But, you know, again, it's, and then just the fact that we had to take this guy. And again, I don't mind riding with the mentally retarded people as long as, well, they don't affect me. You know what I'm saying? They keep their hands to themselves, which I've been groped several times. You know, I got groped by this retarded girl one time. She was like putting her arm around me and like touching my head and shit and saying something about me being blessed by God. Then one time I almost had to fight this retarded girl for a fucking, my ex made me pasta for lunch. And she's like, my driver goes, oh, you got lunch, huh? This is, you know, another time. And I go, yeah, it's spaghetti. And she goes, I love spaghetti. And she makes a grab for the Tupperware. And I'm like, hey, the fuck are you doing? And she made several more grabs for me before I got off the bus, you know? And I'm like, trying to fight the tart off for the fucking pasta. What the fuck? So, you know, it's like, oh, shit, you know? So, yeah, that always bothers me because, like I said, you know, not being able to see, you know, you don't know if they're going to swing on you. you gotta, it's, or one time they had to put us two to a seat. And I'm like, oh man, I hope this motherfucker stays cool because I don't want to get punched. I don't want to, because I can't see that shit coming, man. This is a safety issue for me now. So, that's just, that's how it is. But hey, it's ITN. I hope we don't have a similar situation tonight. I kind of want to go right the fuck home and decorpify, maybe go down to the pool and, just kind of chill out. Oh, the last couple times, man, there's been people at the pool. Last night when I came home, it was all the fucking hood rats and their friends were down there, and I'm just like, oh, fuck, man. I want to go to, I know it's community pool. That's it too. Sometimes there's shit that, you have to do, but you don't like doing it, or, like sharing the pool, sharing the ride. I guess I don't share well. What can I say? I don't like to share. I'm a greedy fucker. Well, I guess as AK pointed out, I am a selfish son of a bitch. So, hey, that's me. That's what it is. And I like having the pool to myself. I don't like being scrutinized when I'm in the pool. He blind, that kind of shit. Or, little beanerbacks jumping in the fucking pool and, pissing in the pool and stuff like that. I'm just kind of like, nah, man, I'm cool. Just, I want to just have a swim and just chill. Just leave me the fuck alone. So, but, yeah, or even, I even get pissed off at the, at work, when there's people in the break room using the sink, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta use that sink, asshole, fucking Corporacon, fucker, and you've heard my thing about the bathroom, although that's stupid. We've got like 50 suites in an office suite, or 50 offices in an office suite, and we've got one little one-man bathroom for everybody to use. So, you're in there taking a shit, and what I love is this. You've got the light and the fan on, you've got the door locked, so somebody will turn the doorknob on your, and then they'll knock on the door. And you're like, dickhead, I'm in here taking a shit. Fuck off, And and then they get attitude. Well, of course I get attitude too when somebody's in the bathroom, because I figure it's some Corporaticon who's, just been promoted and he's got such a loose rectum that, he can't hold his turds in for too long. So he's like, God damn it, my asshole has the elasticity of a 20-year-old tube sock. I fart, my Caesar salad rolls into my socks. Jesus Christ. So, but then again, too, we get a lot of fucking, a lot of clients use it too. People's clients, go and use the bathroom, and usually it's their kids stopping up the toilet. Of course, they blame it on me all the fucking time. It's got to be the blind guy, and I'm the asshole apparently, who's making the mess. But yeah, shared property is always difficult, man, because you got to establish boundaries and things like that. And you're like, I don't like this shit. I fucking hate, and having to, then it's again with the bus. When you got to pick up other people, you want to get home. That's why when somebody asked this question on this this thread in this group that I'm part of. No, not the group that I got into it with those fuckers, which that's an interesting thing too. I'll have to talk about that later when I do my SMJ, because something interesting happened in there today too. But yeah, I'm in this other group. It's like a blind group. And so there was somebody in there, or somebody had posted something on there, and I'm trying to remember what the nature of the fucking post was, and it was something about, the guy said, when these Google cars come out, are you going to be the first up front to buy one, or do you care, or what do you think? What's your thoughts on it? And a lot of people shared my same sentiment. They're like, you know what? I don't give a shit what it costs. I'll take out a loan if I have to, but I'm definitely getting a Google car. Because really, when you're depending on people, that's one thing. That is one reason, absolutely one and only reason that I'd want to see. Well, maybe that and to be able to see my own shits. But other than that, I would only want to see just so I can drive. Because I hate depending on people. I fucking hate, I'm one of those people that if I've got to get sighted assistance, I tend to shy away from it. Like, I won't do it. So, that's why with the, Google cars and all that stuff, it really would give us a whole another level of independence. And so, because I just, like, even at night yet, I'm calling. This was something that kind of fucking pissed me off. The driver I had tonight, I've had him before. I've had him 2 other times, and he's always done the same fucking dumb thing. He doesn't have my phone number. And I tell these drivers, save my number in your phone because, I'm not going to stand outside in 11-degree weather, which that's what it is outside today. And I'm not going to stand out there, and cook and wait for you to pull up. I'm going to wait upstairs in the air conditioning at work, and when you call me, I'll come down. And most drivers are really good with that. They'll call and let you know they're there. That's what the beauty of ITN is, and they do that. Paratransit never did, and you had to wait outside, and it sucked. And, then there was that 25-minute late window that you had. So, when they're 25 minutes late and you're in the heat, you're a pretty grumpy motherfucker by the time you're calling paratransit. So, anyway, so tonight, my ride was 6 o'clock. It was getting a little bit, and I don't want to be one of these people that 6:01, I'm calling going, where's my ride, God damn it? I want to give them at least 10 minutes, So finally I see it's 6:10, 6:11, somewhere around there. So I'm like, I better call. So I called, and they said, well, hold on for a second, let's see. So then she comes back and says, well, he says he's there. And I'm like, what the fuck? He's sitting there, and he doesn't call me? So I go down, and sure enough, it's the same guy, the same driver I've had several times who doesn't have my number. And I said to him, dude, this is the third time we've had this issue. And he goes, yeah, I know. And I'm thinking, if you know, then why the fuck don't you change it? That's always the thing that's always baffled me. If you know something, then why do you not work to change the fucking thing? So I said, well, you got to keep my number. He's like, oh, yeah, I don't have it, And it's kind of like the almost I don't really give a shit mentality. And so I said, okay, well, I mean, dude, you could have, taken some time off your schedule there. And, now you've got, and I get in and there's a passenger in the van. So now you've made that passenger wait. So, not only have you inconvenienced yourself, but you've inconvenienced me, the other passenger, maybe the people you're going to pick up, you're just, by not calling me, you're fucking yourself. So, you got to call me, dude. And then, of course, he was, trying to deviate, a little bit. And so how you been, man? How's work? How's, trying to make small talk? And I'm thinking, all right, dude, fine. But, understand. See, that's the thing. I don't understand why somebody, doesn't, well, I guess this is the workforce mentality now. Why should I give a shit about my job? It only pays my bills, right? It's really backwards. You think in a time when the economy is so fucked up, people would be very, try as hard as they could to do a good job and to make sure they went out of their way to, make sure that they were noticed, that, people would see, oh man, they're really trying. They want to keep their job. But I've seen so many people that are just there to do the bare fucking minimum and to get a paycheck. And it's like, hey man, well, don't you think you'd want to kind of step it up a little bit and kind of work harder to make sure that everybody's, happy and that your bosses might recognize that? But they really don't. They're just kind of like, yeah, well, whatever, I'll do what I have to. I'm here to get my paycheck. I don't give a shit. I'm wondering though, how long would this guy have waited? I mean, thank God I called when I did. So, but instead, everybody just kind of does the bare minimum. And well, but you know what I think it is too? I think it's so easy now to collect unemployment. The mindset is, go ahead, fire me. That way I can just get unemployment. It isn't shit, So that's kind of the mindset that they have. Oh yeah, I don't mind if you fire me. Go ahead and fire me. That's cool. I'll sit on my ass and make the same amount of money. So why should I even try to do my job? I don't know, man. I mean, I never, ever want to go back to looking for jobs ever again. I hate that shit. I don't like going in, kissing some fucking Corpronicon's ass, just to get a job, and go, oh, I really want to work here because you guys are such a great organization or a great company. And, I have a lot of skills, let me tell you. It's like, dude, I'm too old to kiss ass anymore, man. I'm not into kissing ass. When I was in my 20s, all right, fine. I understand you got to crawl before you walk. But, I'm almost 40 and, sucking someone's ball sack isn't my thing, so yeah, it's I never want to be in that. So having said that, I always try to go the extra mile when I'm doing my job. And it's sad because I'm very, when people go out of their way and really do a good job, I do definitely try to make a point of making sure it gets recognized and that people understand, that their higher ups understand, hey, this person's doing a good job. Make sure, that, you keep this person around because they're an asset to your company, your business or whatever. But now, I just see so many people that are just kind of there. I'm here for the paycheck, and all right, I understand, wages, but shit is never enough for motherfuckers, I'm just happy to have a job, okay, great. People bitch. I hear a lot of my coworkers bitching and, oh man, there's pay cuts and there's this and there's that. Hey, dude, be fucking happy they didn't, lay your ass off. But I think some people would have been happier to be laid off because they could sit on their lazy fat ass, collect unemployment, and be a victim. Because that's what a lot of people do. That's the thing too. It's cool to be a victim. It's cool to, oh, well, I lost my job. I've done. That's why I'm sorry, but I'm not very sympathetic when it comes to homeless people, because I'm thinking, all right, okay, yeah, some people did run across hard times, all right? But sometimes you might have been that same motherfucker who didn't give a shit at their job, and guess what? They let you the fuck go. And then you figured, oh, I'll sit on my fat ass and collect unemployment. Oh, unemployment ran out. And there was actually one guy I knew that was trying to run the whole, I think it's like 6 months you get unemployment. So he was trying to run the whole cycle, the 6-month cycle with the unemployment. He's like, oh, I'm not looking for work right now. I'm going to wait till the unemployment runs out. And I'm thinking, what kind of plan is that? So, you see that a lot. And, it seems to be, and it's so rampant now too. That and the incompetence, Jesus Christ. I got more workplace shit I want to talk about too here pretty soon. But you just, you see people that are just, they'll give you the wrong. How many times have you been given the wrong information? If you don't know something, don't just blurt it the fuck out. Find somebody who does know what it is the person's looking for, instead of just running your cocksucker, spitting out any old fucking thing. Oh, oh yeah, it's this, and then later you find out differently, and you're just a lazy shit. You just don't want to do your job. So, because like I said, man, it's. Oh, I never want to go back to that again. I am going to try to keep my job as long as possible. That's my thing. And I always get scared every year. I'm like, oh boy, I hope they keep us. And so it's good. It's like, oh man. But, I see so many people that just, they're either complacent or they're just, they're hoping they get fired. That's what I'm thinking. That's a lot of what it is. People are hoping to get fired so then they can just be lazy pieces of shit and collect fucking, unemployment and, oh, give me money. Give me, give me hammy. Because, it's the give me hammy generation. Everybody wants some shit for free. Give me this. So, man. But, hey, it is what it is. And of course, then again, I'm not going to say it is what it is. I bitch about it. It pisses me off. It fucking annoys me, So, it is what it is. It's almost like saying, well, you just got to take the dick, and that's just the way things are. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. Fuck that. I'm into, see, those are changes. It's funny because we were talking about change prior to going on the air. Those are changes that need to be made, but nobody makes those changes. Those are the things that have to change. But then the shit that doesn't need to be changed, motherfuckers can't stop it. Can't help but change it, Like they get these, executive decisions to all of a sudden change this and change that, and we're going to start doing this. So it's fucking annoying. Anyway, we'll be right back, bitches.
Since it's that shit that hurts to live, EJ is that shit that hurts me. Jimmy Fly.
Yee! What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to Stim Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerk Man. Heavy that. And guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do. So don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic like you already know. Get him, Jay!
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. That's back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul.
I loved you. You were my girl.
Hip-hop bangers like
25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the bay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
classic throwbacks like
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on JNJ.FM.
Answer me this. When did having a lot of YouTube hits and hella MySpace friends begin to determine whether a rapper has good music or not? Let's be serious. You wouldn't trust half of these people to wash your car or your dog. But you gonna let these people determine what music you listen to? That's crazy. You gotta be a leader, man, not a follower. And check out that classic album by your boy Black Ice, 5.0 Reasons, 10th anniversary, 1998 to 2008. It's that classic Bay Area G-Funk and Mob Moves. Sample the entire album at cdbaby.com, rhapsody.com, Napster, and
Hello,
iTunes.
ladies and gentlemen. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer of the award-winning Shit That Irks Me. Now, usually, I'm joking and having fun and laughing. But in this case, I'm here to talk about something very serious. There's a phenomenon that's going on all over this country. It's called dimpling or dimple caking. That's right. There are lonely-ass, poor, sorry sons of fucking bitches that have no friends, no life, and nothing really going on for themselves. So they need people to talk to. So what they'll do is they'll call your phone. And usually what you'll do, being the heartless son of a bitch that you are, you'll just let the phone ring and roll it into your voicemail. And then you sit there and you contemplate, oh no, I have to call this person back. I have to call this person back, knowing that there's quite the chore that's in front of you. What do you do? If you're the heartless son of a bitch that never calls them back, you need to stop now. You need to call that person back and do your dimple duty. That's right. It is your dimple duty to make sure that this person is happy and content and feels worth. That's right. This person needs to feel like they have some worth. So, do your dimple duty today. Thank you. I am Maxwell Silverhammer with a public service announcement. Do you hate women that you can't fuck? Have you tried to rub your dick on some woman's foot and she turned you down?
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, if so, you need Game for the Mentally Lame. That's right. If you're a mental retard and women are trying to kill you with their Google Cheesy Leezy, then this is the book for you. That's right. Learn brand new pickup lines. Hey, baby, you hear my fake? Wanna hear on it?
No, I don't want to sit on your face, but I'd like to split your fucking lip.
Or you can also learn brand new ways of being smooth and romantic with the come-ons. Hey, how about we go have some choochie, and then after that, we can go to the rum runner.
Great, just what I've always wanted, my own drunken alcoholic retard. No thanks.
So see, the proof is in the tard. So get Game for the Mentally Lame for only $19.99 if you call now. Order Game for the Mentally Lame for all tards and those who can't quite get it. He was a young white kid from the suburbs who had it all. Yo, Pops, when you gonna paint my motherfucking Bentley and shit? Sorry, son, I'll get to it. It's just been very hectic down at the office. But he wanted something more. Yo, I wish I could be a G, dog. He wanted to come from those mean streets and be a G like his compadres that he looked up to. Yo, man, if only I could have a gack, dude. I'd bust the most caps out of any G. Then he met Jay Fucker on MySpace, where he learned to rock up that crack cocaine with the dopest of OGs from the street. Yo, we We gonna hit the track right now, and we gotta slang these hover rocks to these motherfucking fiends, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, can I roll with you, dog? Can I roll in your 6'4"? It's a tale of urban struggle. Yo, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive out in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, I can dig it, I can dig it. It was a tale of romance. Hey, dog, you mind if we sleep in the same bed? Gerald Jisenbag and Harold Hardcock give it 2 thumbs up. It's Black Cock Down. At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance. Available for digital download only. Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes at your fun. My tongue's replacing the gun, my toleration is none. Fuck a buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters, so turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scams. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts of
download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
We are anonymous, and you're listening to Maxwell Silverhammer.
Fuck that guy.
And DJ Jerkman.
Yes, fuck that guy too.
Only on Stem Radio.
Damn, this shit really irks me.
Stim Radio. Stim Radio.
Oh, yes, bitches. Welcome back to the shit that fucking irks me. So, here's another thing that pisses me the fuck off, is why do these companies spend all this time and all this manpower to do these dumb fucking surveys, you know, and they're bullshit. They're all automated. You know, like you get these email surveys, customer service satisfaction, or you get these phone, Direct TV. You know, the other day I called Direct TV about something, and I get this stupid fucking phone survey. It's a strange number I don't recognize. And I answer it, of course, and it's like, hello, this is Direct TV. We'd like you to take a short customer service satisfaction survey. And it's like, first of all, are you the one who made the call? If so, press 1. So I press 1, and it's like, I'm sorry, I didn't get that. And I'm like, well, then you ain't getting anything else either. So I hung the fuck up. And, you know, I got another call yesterday from an 800 number. And, God, Direct TV's just been on my dick. You know, every couple days, you know, it's like the emails, the phone calls, you know, fuck off. How about this? Instead of doing all these this is a false sense of the company doing, you know, so they can corporately on the books, they can look like, hey, we give a shit. We're sending out customer service satisfaction fucking, you know, surveys. It's up to the customer if they want to take them or not. And if they're not taking them, then they shouldn't bitch. You know, it's like the old, if you don't vote, then don't bitch argument. You know, that old archaic stupid fucking argument. So it's the same stupid thing. Well, why should I have to do your job? How about you do your job? And that is keep the customer happy. So instead of changing our rates all the fucking time and, you know, adding shit to our bills and switching this and switching, why do I have to call you within a year if I want to keep my rate the same? You know, you should just do that. Keep your customer happy. If this is okay for you and okay for me, then I'll keep paying this and you'll have a customer, a long-term customer. Ooh, wow, what a fucking concept. Oh, no. Instead, it's, you know, well, how much you take a survey? Why do I got to take a survey? How come I got to take time out of my day to do something that you should be fucking doing? And that's keeping your customers happy. So instead of keeping your customers happy and keeping them there, you got to send out surveys and hope that we, you know, fill these fucking things out. Why? You know, who the hell's got time to do that kind of shit? And even if you don't have time to do that, why should you? It's not my job to fucking, you know, sorry, you know, of course it's that false image of, well, we really care what our customers think. You know, I don't think corporate Jim lies awake at night agonizing whether or not the customers are happy or not. You know, to me, it's just very, I couldn't see it. You know, he's laying awake in bed crying tears of feces. I don't think so. You know, going, oh, you know, I care care so deeply about our customers, and I hope they're happy, and I hope they're satisfied. You know what? I'm gonna have them make up another survey. You know, I'm gonna get to our quality control department, or whatever they call them. What do they call a loyalty department? And I'm gonna have them make up another survey, and then they can call you. And that's the other thing. I get all these phone calls. DirecTV has been the worst offender. I didn't have this problem with Cox. That's one thing I can say about Cox. They played a lot of games and shit, but the only thing I got from them were, when I called customer service, occasionally I get an email survey, and they wanted me to tell them what I thought, and very rarely did I fill those things out. I filled it out if I was pissed off and I, had something shitty to say. But, if the person did their job, then, well, you know what? I'm sorry, but that's to be expected. You do your goddamn job. Oh, Charlie Darley, what a concept. So, that's, that should be expected, that the person did a good job. It shouldn't be something that's revered. It should be something that's the norm. I shouldn't have to go, well, they really went out of their way and they were really wonderful and they were really great. No, that's how they should be all the time. That's what customer satisfaction is. There's no reason I should have to do a survey. You should do your goddamn job. And that is keep your customer happy. Stop fucking with their bills. Stop cutting this off and doing this dumb shit and playing games and, making that they don't have service and they have to reboot that and reboot this and play all these dumb fucking, stupid shenanigans that we don't fucking need. Why do I have to take a survey? Why do it's a pain in the ass. So, and then two, even when you go to restaurants, they're like, fill this out. If you go online and fill out this information, you could win a free meal. No, it's not worth it for you to sell my information. I'm sorry. And see, that's another thing. That's another way they get you. They want you to go to Walgreens.com and fill this fucking survey out, and then you could win, a coupon. Everybody's, it's you know what it is? It's the spend $5 to save $1 mentality. Okay, I'm going to go through a lot of shit just to save $1. Like today I was at this event and this woman comes over with all these fucking coupons and they're all bullshit, things I don't need, like travel and, hair care and, just nothing I would use. I even asked my assistant, I'm like, is there any food shit in there? And he's like, nope. I'm like, fuck it, throw it away. Or you can take it. But, yeah, I'm not, I'll get a coupon just for the simple fact of going online and filling out a goddamn survey so later you and Charlie Tarley can fucking share my info and you can sell it to some other company and all of a sudden they're selling me shit about Viagra and, dick stiffening agents and, other bullshit that you're trying to sell me. No, I'm sorry. That's what this is. It's the big buy, sell, take a whiff of my breath. It's the feces smell, chewing up feces, got it on my teeth. I just love when Jim B's colon release, and so that's the kind of shit that goes on, man. You're just like, man, why the fuck do I have to, you're always throwing shit, you're slamming shit down my throat. And I really think too, it's this mentality of the more you piss someone off, the more likely they're going to buy your product. That's the most backwards. I don't know what marketing major came up with that. It was like, I got an idea. Let's piss off the customers. And the more pissed off they're going to be, the more likely they're going to use our service. That's just so fucking backwards. So, like I said, every time I get a thing from DirecTV, I'm gritting my teeth now. I'm like, how about you assholes just keep my bill the same? I shouldn't have to call you and change this and change that. What are you, a fucking, are you like the needy girlfriend? You just need me to call in all the time and do this and have constant contact with, well, see, sir, that's our way of, making sure that you're going to be a satisfied customer. No, I tell you what, how about make sure I'm a satisfied customer by, I don't know, keeping my bill the same, not trying to fuck me over, but you know what? There's so many people that are interested in sucking the dick, hey, listen, it makes me dig my teeth into the pillow, okay? I think that's grounds that means it feels good, okay? I like to suck the dick. It's the way it is. It's the American way, it's the corporate way, and that's, just how it is, pally poo. You gotta suck the dick. Well, I'm not sucking the dick. I'm sorry. And, my thing is, hey, I vote with my money. So if you're fucking up as a company, then guess what? You lose me as a customer. Oh, wow, isn't that amazing? Yes, yep, it's America. I can still do that. I can still say, you know what? I don't like the way I'm being treated, so I can go somewhere else. But I shouldn't have to do that. It should be about keeping a long-term customer rather than fucking somebody right away. Why is everybody got to fuck someone right away? Well, I got a payment to make on my fucking cabin cruiser, asshole. Me and Charlie are going out to the lake this weekend. And he's gonna lay on the deck, and I'm gonna put suntan lotion on his taint and lick it off. And this is what we do. This is the Corporaticon way. Yeah, making cash and spreading my ass. So, yeah, and it's backwards, man. It's just a fucked up business model. And I don't know if things were, I always hear from a lot of older people that things were different back in the day, as far as how people did business and that type of thing. I don't know, I'm not old enough, but, all I can see now is it seems, because I don't remember my parents bitching about things like that, going, God damn, how come these fucks are calling me with a survey? How come this is going on? And even, going to the store with my mom or going to a restaurant with my parents or whatever, we never were asked to go fill out some kind of survey or go do this and, go apply for this card. And that's the other thing, too. Now, everybody wants, why do we have to have Ghostbuster Club cards? Why do we have to be a part of your fucking, Ghostbuster Club or we can't do that? That's why I've never been a Sam's Club guy. Hey, if I've got money and I want to shop there, then I should be allowed to shop there. I shouldn't have to fucking fill out a card and be a part of your Ghostbuster Club just to fucking shop in your goddamn bullshit store. It's not that important to me. So, or, everybody's got to have a rewards card. I don't have any of those cards. I use everybody else's. When I go with my friends, I'm like, hey, dude, they'll be like, you got your rewards card? I'm like, hey, man, you got your rewards card? Hey, if they've got them and they've taken the time to do them, they might as well get the points for them, right? And I don't even know what you get. Do you get some kind of points after a while? But I would lose track of all those cards if that was the case. And they're always asking me, like in Best Buy, well, would you like to apply for one? No, I wouldn't. I don't need you to have my fucking name on file that you can sell to the NSA later. So, sorry, that's not my thing. But not all companies are unscrupulous. You got to get out of this mentality, pal. Some companies are on the up and up. Not when they're asking me for my information and selling it to other people and doing shady shit, like fucking with my bills or trying to overcharge me. Shit, it's gotten to the point. I'll tell you how shady motherfuckers are getting. I was at Carl's Jr. with G Motors a few weekends ago. And we go up to the counter, and he starts telling me about, I guess they got some kind of shake, like an Oreo shake or something. And I said, oh, shit, dude, that sounds good, man. And so the woman takes my order, and she just happened to hear me talking to my buddy about the shake. So then she tells me what the cost is, how much it's going to be. I'm like, whoa, that's pretty expensive for a $6 combo, And they call it the $6 combo, but the thing costs like $7 or $8. So, this was like $9 or $10 or $11 or something. And I'm like, why so goddamn expensive? And she goes, well, I put the shake on there. You said you wanted it. And I'm like, well, that was fucking unscrupulous. I just said I might have the shake. I might, maybe, So don't just tack it on my order. Don't just assume that I want the shake. That was a dirty Corporaticon fucking tactic. So now, see, that what's bad is they're training their employees to do those kind of things. Listen for what they say. If the guy says, ooh, I'd like to try that, that automatically means I want that. No, it doesn't. It just means that maybe I'll try it at some point. I'm not going to try it right away. So, yeah, basically, at that point, I'm like, okay, fucking goddamn it, you tacked that on. That was pretty shady of you. But, okay, I wanted to try it anyway, so what the fuck? I'll take it. Big deal. So, but, yeah, that's just the shadiness. Or, when you go up to the counter and they, ask you, would you like this and would you like to buy? Dude, I came in here for a specific purpose. This is a goddamn convenience store, okay? If I didn't ask for batteries and I didn't ask for vitamins and I didn't ask for fucking liquor or whatever the fuck you're trying to sell me, then guess what? I don't want it. So quit trying to fucking sell it to me. But again, that's this buy, sell bullshit. You know, and then of course too, you get all these things in the mail. You know, there's another thing. Like I said, the mail is either somebody trying to sell you something or somebody saying you owe them something. And now I get, like I said, I'm getting all this shit from Capital One and, you know, all these cards, you know, telling me. And it's funny because you think the mail would communicate better with each other. You know, you think those bills would like talk to each other, like, or the shit that's in your mailbox. You know, hell, they got a lot of time in there. And you think that one would be like, hey, buddy, you're Capital One? Yeah, that's funny. Well, I'm a bill from Quest Diagnostics. Really? Yeah. Well, damn, how come you got sent to him? Well, he's got great credit. No, he fucking doesn't. The son of a bitch still hasn't paid me. I'm the third one that's gone out already. You know, hey, mail, communicate a little better, why don't you? So, you know, now I bring this shit. It's like I'm going through, and the first thing tells me I'm a son of a bitch, and I'm getting taken to collections, and, you know, they're going to fuck up my credit. Then the next thing tells me I have wonderful credit, and I need to apply for this fucking Capital One card. So it doesn't make any goddamn sense to me. It's pretty fucking bullshitty, if you ask me. So, or what's the other one? Or I just got to, God, you know, you just cannot hide from it. You know, they're always up your ass for this, that, and whatever. And like, what was the other thing that I got? Oh, I got this weird call the other day. It was way different than some of the other tweak marketers calls I've been getting. This one actually said, hello, we're calling about your Bank of America Visa. And I'm like, oh, because I have a Bank of America Visa. But then it said, or your Capital One card, or your, you know, whatever the fuck, Diners Club, or no, I don't think it's a Diners, but some fucking card. And then I realized it was a phone scam, and they want you to press 1 to talk about your interest rates and all that other dumb shit. So again, my interest rate is very low because I'm not interested in what the fuck you're selling. So fuck off. You know, and of course, you know, you can't do that because, you know, you fight with them and they're just going to be fuckers and keep you on the list because God knows you told them no the first time. You know, if they keep calling you enough, you'll eventually say yes and you'll buy their service because they forced you into it. See, that's the thing. It's guerrilla marketing, man. I'm not into this guerrilla marketing shit. You know, those are things, you know, instead of sending out surveys and guerrilla marketing niggas all the time, hey, how about just treat us right as customers? We're not asking for much, but you're actually putting more into it than you need to put into it. So you're, you know, slamming shit down our throat because, you know, Colonel Sanders, I mean, I remember when he first started KFC, man, he got a bunch of people and handcuffed them to a table and then had other people like force feeding him fried chicken on a constant basis. And they were like, he was like, yeah, nigga, you like it, huh? You like this fried chicken, you motherfucker. I'm Colonel motherfucking Sanders, nigga. So eat this goddamn fried chicken and love it. Now tell everybody else you loved it. You know, it didn't happen that way. You know, you put out a product, people liked it, and there you go. They bought it. But now people just get too goddamn greedy. That's what it is. It's the greed factor. Everybody's got their shit met out. Give. I gotta make more money. It's all about money. I've got to make cash. You know, so, and it's like, man, dude. You know, we got to make more money. We got to make more cash. We got to spend more time. It's Floozies felching out Jimby's ass. So, yeah, God. Just, I don't know, man. I don't know who came up with these fucked up business models. You know, if somebody can tell me, you know, I invite you to call in. Yes, I will invite a caller, 702-605-0498. Or you can Skype us at All Talk Radio. I think all that info is probably already on the site. But, yeah, if you know what? If I'm just blowing hot air out of my ass and I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm no business major, you know, let's not kid myself. But guess what? I am a consumer and have been for 38 years. So I think I know when I like service versus what I don't like as service. So, you know, I don't think you have to be a business major to come up with these, you know, with the right way to run a business. But of course, you know, Charlie T will probably disagree with me, you know. So anyway, if I'm just blowing hot air out of my ass and I don't know what I'm talking about, you know, by all means, call in 702-605-0498, or you can Skype us at All Talk Radio. And I would really like to know, you know, what you know, am I just completely out there and I'm just not hip to the way? You know, maybe that's it. Maybe I'm just not hip to the new way of marketing, you know, the guerrilla marketing shit. The more you piss somebody off, the more likely they're going to buy it. And yes, the more you fucking push surveys on them, the more they're going to think, oh, wow. You know, I mean, I know Jerkman and I always talk about how stupid people are and whatever, but I'm one of the few non-stupid people. Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened, man. The aliens missed my house, but everybody else got zapped, I guess. But yeah, so that's my whole thing there. I just I'm tired of hearing phone calls from direct fucking. Like I said, Direct TV has been my worst, man. They've really been up my ass. Or what's another one? I used to get. Well, Verizon would call me occasionally. Trying to push shit, and which is funny too because I love the do not call it. Oh, do we have a Skype? I heard something over there. Or am I hallucinating? The kangaroo's getting quiet. Let me know.
Jesus loves us. 6.
Jesus loves us. Is he Skyping in? What did he say? Hey, turn on your mic so we can hear you.
They said, sorry.
Yeah, so we can hear you there. Because otherwise,
they said they'd like to add us.
They like to. Oh, they want to add us? Cool. Add us. Jesus loves us? Yeah. Only during the shit that irks me do we get something from Jesus loves us. That's probably somebody fucking around. But, now they're Skyping in. Okay. Pop them in. I think you got to plug it into the board. Hey, you're live on the shit that irks me. What's happening? Hello? Wait. Give it a second, man. Just hang with us. Hang with us like a pair of nuts. Let me know when we're on, Kangaroo.
It's on.
Oh, we're on?
It's not.
Is this the health call?
Is this the what? I'm sorry? Hello?
The health call. The one that's on Tuesday nights. It was a health call for a while. I'm listening to it on the other line. I can't seem to get on it because somebody's got the call blocked.
No, this is Stim Radio, man. We're not the health call. I don't even know what that is.
How'd you wind up getting on this call? This 732-712-432-3100.
I have no idea. You Skyped into us, it looks like.
No, I'm not on Skype. I'm listening to you on one phone. You just gave your number out, so I went ahead and I called it to find out how you got on this number with the code 388191.
I have no clue what that is, man. My show is called The Shit That Irks Me. It's Stim Radio. I was just talking about companies and how they're trying to give you surveys. Well, obviously you're listening, so you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, somebody must have, somebody on the health call must have left you on, and that's how you're getting on that's how you're coming in on the health call line.
Oh, you know what?
That normally breaks up.
Yeah, you know what? There are two. You're on All Talk 2, aren't you? That's what it is.
No, I'm on a phone.
No. I'm saying you're listening to the health call on All Talk 2, right? Because there's two links on the site. Yeah, there's.
I'm listening to it on the phone. I'm on two phone lines right now. I'm not on the computer.
Okay, so you're calling in. That's what it is. You're calling in and listening to. See, I'm also on All Talk, but there's two broadcasts going, so it just depends on. That's interesting. There must be a different number that they should be given, and they gave out my number. They gave out this number, huh? So
well, I think what's going on is that somebody on the health call just left their line open, and that's why I'm on. That's why I'm able to listen to you on two lines. Because I'm talking on one line, and the other line I'm listening to you on is a delayed reaction.
Yeah, that might be.
That's probably okay. So you're probably listening to like an archive or something. That could be. So, well, sorry, man.
Well, I can hear you talking. I can hear you talking loud and clear. It's not an archive.
Okay. Well, I mean that's. I'm not sure. It must have somehow they must give out this same number too. I'm assuming must be the same.
Now they just went ahead and it's on whoever was on the health call. I'll call it the health call because that's what I call it. They're done. I can't. Now they're dead.
Oh,
I can't hear them at all. And now I'm just on the other phone with you.
Okay.
Advantage of having phones.
Well, sorry there was a mix-up.
Yeah, sorry about the mix-up, man.
That's okay. Yeah, if you want to fight back against these bastards, then what you have to do is start boycotting them. You got to get organized. And I'm a member of the Occupy group in the town I live in.
Oh.
And you'd be surprised what just a handful of people can do. And you just start, call yourselves Occupy whatever town you're in. You get a crowd there, And, you know, if some son of a bitch went ahead and put a milkshake bill, you know, handed me a milkshake I didn't order, it'd be like, guess what, buddy? It's a free milkshake.
Yeah.
And if you, that's it, you know, there's no way. I'm to the point now where my tolerance level for some things has grown, and my tolerance level for other things is almost zero. And when I get somebody that's in some business, and they either don't want to serve the customer, or they keep trying to be really, really pushy with you,
right?
Or they start just being totally obnoxious. I start yelling, and I let them have it. And I had one of them. I said, you know, you're going to shut your mouth right now when I'm talking. And it's like, you know, I'm 55. 30 years ago, I never had to behave like this.
Yeah.
When I was brought up, everybody was civil and decent. And now they're like a bunch of fucking mongrel dogs.
So it's changed.
And,
it has changed then, is what you're saying.
It's changed. The
Yeah.
civility's gone way, way, way down. And you know, I don't know what the answer is, but it's like, you know, you just got to go ahead and fight back. And these corporations, some of them could care less about anything that is remotely decent. And they just, well, we were in a coffee shop the other day, Beaners, and it's like it used to be called Beaners.
It's called Beaners?
It used to be. I'm not okay. Now, before I get started on this, I'm not politically correct.
Oh, good.
It used to be called Beaners, but the wetback spicks were complaining about it because they're saying it's a derogatory term to call them. So they changed it to Bigby, and it's like we were in there and we said you know. Can you guys just turn the music down a little bit? We don't turn it off. But there was like one other person in there, and she was doing some studying. And it's like, and we were in there, and nobody else was in there. And all we asked was to turn it down, not off. The guy says, "Oh no, we can't do that." So what do you mean you can't do that? We just want you to turn it down a little bit. It's just too loud. And we had been in there before, and it was too loud. They wouldn't turn it down.
Wow.
So I called the corporate office, and I said, you know, what is this stuff? I called the manager first, and she says, "Well, you know, if you don't like it, maybe you shouldn't come back."
Oh, wow!
And it's like, well, you know, well, fuck you too. And it's like, so now I've got so many irons on the fire. I'm gonna sit down and write a little post. We're gonna put it on our website, and we're gonna start a thing saying boycott Bigby Coffee. And if you get the Occupy groups picking up on this, and they're not, you know, then the corporation comes back with its manufactured bullshit. I'm the type of guy, I'm just going to go in there and say, either you turn the fucking music down when we ask you to, or we're not going to take the thing off. And now you really got me pissed off for insulting my intelligence and wasting my time. Can you say the word free coffee?
Yeah.
Because either you're going to sit there and give me like, you know, $500 or $1,000 worth of this shit for nothing, or now we're really going to crank up the thing for getting me pissed off in the process.
You know, do you guys have a Facebook page for that by chance? Because, you know, this is internet radio, so people could like it if they wanted to.
Yeah, it's called Occupy Muskegon. If you just go to Occupy Muskegon, that's our Facebook page.
Muskegon. How do you spell Muskegon? For guys like me who can't spell.
Muskegon.
You know what? I'm going to go like that page. So, M-U-S...
Go ahead, because this is what I'm going to call ourselves the little guys, even though, you know, that's kind of like, it might be a misnomer. But I'm getting sick and tired of kicked around like a dog on the corporate and government plantation.
Absolutely.
And I kick back and I bite hard.
Man.
And some of the things I've done, it'd be like somebody say, well, how can you do that? And I'd say it's real easy. When you keep getting kicked around, you get sick and tired of it, you got to go kick back.
Absolutely.
And if I got to kick hard, I got to kick hard. If I got to piss people off, I'll piss them off. And they don't, you know, some people, the caliber of people we have today, there's too many of them that are nothing more than they operate like a trained computer, a programmed computer. They're so stupid they can't even think for themselves.
Yeah.
It's pathetic.
Yep. And that's what I was saying earlier.
It is. It's just, yeah, it's almost, it's like you sit here and you say, what kind of world is this? And how could it have degenerated? And it's like, well, I'll lose my job it's like, you'll sell your soul out for a job. Why don't you go get another job then? There's jobs out there where people don't have to sell their soul out, and they can enjoy the job, enjoy the work, and they can come home satisfied from it. and they don't have to come back like a zombie because they were programmed to do this and programmed to do that, and programmed to do something else. And I'm not going to be programmed. I'm the guy that when I think back on all the stuff I've done from day one, it's no wonder when I walk in the room, some people just get pissed off, and other people crumble, and other people don't know how to react to me.
Right.
It's like I've never ever been involved in an organization where I was. I don't get involved in too many organizations because as soon as I see what they're all about and they come up with this phony bullshit, it's like I just say, this is not for me. You people got ulterior motives here. You're not the organization is not formed for it's formed for a purpose that nobody knows, and somebody's getting benefited behind the doors, under the table, in dark rooms, and it's like, okay, I don't want to be a part of something like that. That's another problem with organizations, particularly the government. People, they always run to the government. They're always got their damn hand out.
Dude.
And the stupid government always sits there and greases their palm.
That's, it's guys like you that we love. We take our hats off to guys we need more people like you, man. This is what we're always talking about on the show all the time. So, is this your first time listening?
Yeah, I just this is actually by accident.
Oh,
I didn't even say. I get on the, like I said, I was on the health call, and all of a sudden I heard your voice, and I thought, okay, wait a minute, what's going on here? What happened? Now, I'm listening to you for a while, and all of a sudden I wanted to pitch in some things. I couldn't talk because they had me muted, and then you gave the number out. And I thought, okay, I'm going to call this guy.
Oh, man. Well, you know what? I'm going to have to start doing that more often then. Maybe we'll find more people like you. So, Occupy Muskegon. I'm going to go like your page, man. Definitely.
Yeah, Muskegon's in Michigan. Now, you're in Nevada?
Yeah, we're in Nevada.
Okay.
So, but we got a lot of listeners in Michigan, man. So, it's good.
That's good.
So, well, hey, thanks for calling in.
Glad to.
All right.
It's always fun to talk to people that are, you can't be afraid to stand up and raise hell, and it's like I always figure you got to speak the language. So if I'm dealing with a moron, I got to talk moron to them.
Absolutely.
That's the only thing they understand. And it's like if you don't say no, then they just keep coming at you and coming at you and coming at you, and it's just a hell of a shame to see how far down our country's gotten. But I think that's what happens when you don't have a good policy, and the government should be not running around to Iraq and Iran, countries that never have done a damn thing to us.
Man,
they should be on the border, on the Mexican and American border, and keeping all them people the hell out of here.
And
our people here could have good jobs, because our people will take all those jobs, but they're not going to work for sub-minimum wage.
No.
And the idea of the government letting all them people come in here is they want to take this country's economy and make it on a level with Mexico. They got to go ahead and lower the standard of living. And the Bilderbergers, if you go, here's a great website for you, AmericanFreePress.net. AmericanFreePress.net. They'll fill in all the blanks. What they want to do is make us all slaves on a world plantation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
That's really what it is.
Or Infowars.com is another good one.
Yep, that's a great one. You're on the right track.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely, man. We talk about this stuff all the time. Well, hey, thanks for your call, man. Really appreciate it.
Okay, glad to.
Okay,
all right.
We'll talk to you soon. All right, awesome. Muskegon, Michigan. Occupy Muskegon. Like I said, that's the first thing I'm doing. When I go home, I'm going to decorpify. Then I'm running in, getting on my computer, and I'm going to like that page. We'll be right back, bitches.
Jimmy
Yee! What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to Stim Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerk Man. Heavy that. And guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do. So don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic like you already know. Get him, Jay!
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. That's back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul.
I love you. You were my girl.
Hip-hop bangers like
25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the bay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
classic throwbacks like.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on J&J.FM.
Answer me this. When did having a lot of YouTube hits and hella MySpace friends begin to determine whether a rapper has good music or not? Let's be serious. You wouldn't trust half of these people to wash your car or your dog. But you gonna let these people determine what music you listen to? That's crazy. You gotta be a leader, man, not a follower. And check out that classic album by your boy Black Ice, 5.0 Reasons, 10th Anniversary, 1998 to 2008. It's that classic Bay Area G-Funk and Mob Moves. Sample the entire album at cdbaby.com, rhapsody.com, Napster, and
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer of the award-winning Shit That Irks Me. Now, usually, I'm joking and having fun and laughing. But in this case, I'm here to talk about something very serious. There's a phenomenon that's going on all over this country. It's called dimpling or dimple caking. That's right. There are lonely ass, poor, sorry sons of fucking bitches that have no friends, no life, and nothing really going on for themselves. So they need people to talk to. So what they'll do is they'll call your phone. And usually what you'll do, being the heartless son of a bitch that you are, you'll just let the phone ring and roll it into your voicemail. And then you sit there and you contemplate, oh no, I have to call this person back. I have to call this person back, knowing that there's quite the chore that's in front of you. What do? If you're the heartless son of a bitch that never calls them back, you need to stop now. You need to call that person back and do your dimple duty. That's right. It is your dimple duty to make sure that this person is happy, then content, and feels worth. That's right. This person needs to feel like they have some worth. So, do your dimple duty today. Thank you. I am Maxwell Silverhammer with a public service announcement. Do you hate women that you can't fuck? Have you tried to rub your dick on some woman's foot and she turned you down?
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, if so, you need Game for the Mentally Lame. That's right. If you're a mental retard and women are trying to kill you with their Google Cheesy Leezy, then this is the book for you. That's right. Learn brand new pickup lines. Hey, baby, you hear my fake? Wanna hear on it?
No, I don't want to sit on your face, but I'd like to split your fucking lip.
Or you can also learn brand new ways of being smooth and romantic with the come-ons. Hey, how about we go have some choochie, and then after that, we can go to the rum runner.
Great. Just what I've always wanted. My own drunken alcoholic retard. No thanks.
So see, the proof is in the tard. So get Game for the Mentally Lame for only $19.99 if you call now. Order Game for the Mentally Lame for all tards and those who can't quite get it. He was a young white kid from the suburbs who had it all. Yo, Pops, when you gonna paint my motherfucking Bentley and shit? Sorry, son, I'll get to it. It's just been very hectic down at the office. But he wanted something more. Yo, I wish I could be a G, dog. He wanted to come from those mean streets and be a G like his compadres that he looked up to. Yo, man, if only I could have a gack, dude. I'd bust the most caps out of any G. Then he met Jay Fucker on MySpace, where he learned to rock up that crack cocaine with the dopest of OGs from the street. Yo, we gonna hit the track right now, and we gonna slang these hover rocks to these motherfucking fiends, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, can I roll with you, dog? Can I roll in your 6'4"? It's a tale of urban struggle. Yo, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive out in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, I can dig it. It was a tale of romance. Hey, dog, you mind if we sleep in the same bed? Gerald Jisenbag and Harold Hardcock give it 2 thumbs up. It's Black Cock Down. At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes at your fun. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fucking buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters, so turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
Straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scams. Blind to the facts of what you read in the book. Blind to the facts if you
download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
We are anonymous, and you're listening to Maxwell Silverhammer
Fuck that guy.
and DJ Jerkman,
Yes, fuck that guy too.
only on STEM Radio.
Damn, this shit really irks me.
Stim Radio. Stim Radio.
Oh, yes, bitches. Hour 2, segment 3 of the shit that fucking irks me. Again, shout out to, I never got the guy's name, but shout out to the guy from Muskogee, I want to say Arizona, Muskogee, Michigan. And again, like that page, Occupy Muskogee. There's probably an Occupy Nevada somewhere, I'm sure. So I definitely have to check into that. But very cool, man. Very cool. I'm glad we're getting calls, you know. And anybody else wants to call in, you're always welcome. The number 702-605-0498. Or you can Skype us at All Talk Radio. Either or, that's how you can get us. So it's kind of confusing because there's All Talk 2 now. So there's 2 feeds going. And so I'm sure what happened is he was logged into one feed and then somehow it threw him into the second feed. I don't know. It's very, very convoluted. So, now it's time for that SMJ report, the Sighty McJesus report. And for those who don't know what that is, basically, that's my thing. I'm blind, for those new listeners. So, a lot of times, sighted people do dumb shit. That's why I was talking about the ITN bus earlier, because it's a bus service for the disabled, and that's what I take. So, now I always make fun of stupid shit that sighted people do and say. So, now I'm going to get into the SMJ report. Ready over there, Kangaroo? All right, let's roll it. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Gotta save that blind man. Gotta save him from danger. Gotta save that blind man. Gotta save him from strangers. Okay. So basically what happened is I've had a few things, you know, that I wanted to cover here. One is earlier today, I was at an event, and it's funny how personal space goes completely out the window when you're blind. So people don't think twice about touching your stuff or touching you. This woman today, we had a table at an event that I was at, a booth for work, and I'm talking to these people about our program and what we do, and this one lady was talking to us. Well, then she walks around the table and goes, "Let me fix your collar," and starts fucking with my collar. Well, okay, I appreciate the courtesy, but would you have done that to someone sighted? No, because obviously you think of me as a child, you know, as somebody with the mind of a 2-year-old, you know, so you've got to fix my collar for me, or you've got to, you know, I've had people do that before where, you know, I'll have a backpack or something and they'll say, "Oh, you know what, here, put this in your backpack," and they're opening your bag for you and you're like, "Whoa, time the fuck out, back up there, fucking Spanky, you know, don't be putting shit in my backpack, don't be touching my personal stuff." You know, I've had people, told one story. My assistant was totally floored when I told them this at work. But I had a situation. I was at a party years ago, and it was for this improv group that I was in. And, you know, we're sitting there. The woman who was throwing the party had made some homemade chocolate chip cookies, and they were fresh out of the oven. So I'm eating a few of them. I'm sitting on the couch, and the couch that I'm sitting on, for those who can see me, behind the couch was, just a walkway, sort of like the kitchen area or something. So this woman, I don't know how the fuck she did it, but she looks over and she reaches over the couch, over me, and into my crotch and starts picking the chocolate chips that I dropped off my crotch and going, "Oh, you dropped some on your pee-pee." She referred to it as a pee-pee. So I don't have a dick because obviously I'm not a man in her mind. I'm a child. So, that's the kind of shit that I deal with. So personal space goes totally out the window. That same respect that they would show a sighted person, they will not show me. So that's one thing there with that whole bit. And so I had that. I dealt with that today. And then two, our organization serves, a lot of blind and visually impaired people. So, you get those people that, oh, that's such a nice organization. Oh, that's a great idea. And they're very patronizing, and the way they talk. And it's just like, really, and they have that fake ass glued on smile that you can feel, and yeah, I can feel it because I can hear it in their voice. So yeah, that's something that that we had to deal with today too. But there was something in this the Facebook group thing I want to tell you guys about. Okay, so you remember yesterday I was talking about the one group I was in, the things I dislike, and I posted something in there, and, a bunch of these little punks started up with me, and we're talking shit, and, we're calling me all kinds of names and saying all kinds of insulting shit to me and whatever, and we're trying to pull the cyberbully thing. So anyway, and, I'm like, dude, I'm a grown fucking man. Don't think you can cyberbully me. Well, now, I put up a second post just for the hell of it, just to show these little fucks that, hey, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to post in here. I'm not scared of you. So I said something about, bitch-ass motherfuckers who basically go in and want me to, leave the group because they think they can scare me off. So a bunch of people are, again, they're talking shit to me. They're saying, their insults and whatever. Well, then a bunch of them start posting pictures, and there were a shitload of pictures that were being posted. So of course that does nothing for me. My screen reading software just reads it as a bunch of nonsensical characters. So it says P27451, just a bunch of stuff that makes no sense. So I finally, when a bunch of people had done this, and they're all liking them and this and that, and I'm like, well, these are all pictures, this doesn't affect me. I actually had to ask a sighted coworker, what the hell are these pictures? What are they posting here? And, there were pictures of dicks and assholes and, other things that people were putting. There was a few, they call them memes, which, again, I can't read. So, because they're graphic, so JAWS, my screen reading software, will not read that. So finally I said, you know what, let's let these guys in on the little secret. Let's let them know I'm blind. Let's see what the reaction is. Let's see if they decide to think that they can tear me apart even more, or if they back the fuck off. So I wrote in there, I said, hey guys, all those pictures you've been posting, I said, it's kind of my fault because I neglected to tell you I'm totally blind. So those pictures mean nothing. It's just a bunch of bullshit characters, and that's how my screen reading software is reading this. So this one chick writes on there who was kind of giving me shit earlier, and she goes, well, then this group probably is not your bag. And and I'm like, okay. And then the second person that posted in there was like, hey Max, you're a cool guy, so what's up, man, how you doing? So all of a sudden now I'm getting people that want to warm up to me. So you mentioned the blindness. So, this like totally changes the game. And then other people are just shutting up, where it's funny. Like a while ago, you were insulting me and calling me all kinds of names. Now, all of a sudden you find out I'm blind and you want to be my buddy. So, or you just like, oh, we better leave him alone, man. He's blind, man. It's like, well, why not continue? Obviously you were talking all that shit earlier and when you didn't know, any different. Now all of a sudden it's something major. So yeah, it's just kind of funny the way these kids work, and it's like, well, obviously if you guys are real cyber bullies, should you not give a fuck? So it's interesting the mindset, and you can kind of play around with that a little bit. So anyway, that was my excitement there in that little group that I wanted to share with you guys. And that's pretty much for all the SMJ shit that's happened, I believe. But I another thing that happened at this event, not blindness related, but you ever listen to a really shitty motivational speaker? Now, I'm not a real big fan of motivational speakers as is, and a lot of times when they come to business things, it's all financial shit, and they're just basically everything is about making money and how you're going to be prosperous and how you can grow your business and ways of thinking positive. And, it's never thinking positive because you want a relationship, or you're never thinking positive because, you want to be able to buy that house, or thinking positive. See, it's all about money and financial gain and growing your business and that kind of stuff. So, which is all bullshit because most of these guys are selling books, and this guy was just that today. I don't know if you guys know what's that guy on America's Got Talent? Maybe you know Kangaroo, the Cannon guy. You know who that is?
Nick Cannon?
Nick Cannon. There you go. Well, this was his dad. His name was James Cannon. And he actually, and they were really talking him up, and, we're going to have Nick Cannon. And I had no clue because I don't watch that stuff. I'm not home at that time, and I'm doing shit like this. So anyway, yeah, Nick Cannon's dad, and I keep wanting to say Freddie Cannon. James Cannon. Just think of your son, I guess, huh?
Yes.
James. Okay. So, yeah, James Cannon. And so they're talking it up and saying he's going to be coming out, and he's this great speaker, and you guys are going to love him, and he's going to motivate the fuck out of everybody in this room and whatever. Well, he comes, and I saw him earlier. He actually came up to our table. And I remember thinking then, who's this old drunk piece of shit? Because he kind of came up and, was like, oh, yeah, this is really incredible. And I was like, well, yeah, so you obviously know what we do then, huh? Oh, not really. And I'm like, well, then let me tell you what we do. And I remember getting a vibe from him then, like, there's something with this guy. But I didn't realize that was going to be our our speaker for the day. So I'm sitting there at this table, and all of a sudden, they introduce him, and he gets up, and there were several things wrong with him. One is he was very, it was almost like he was subdued. He was trying to be that, that vocal, very flamboyant in your face, but he just didn't have it. There was something about it. He kind of spoke like this, and, he didn't, always talk into the mic. Sometimes he moved the mic away from his face, and you couldn't really hear exactly everything he was saying, and he didn't push his point. Usually when you make points, you push them. There has to be a punch to your point. And he didn't have a punch to his point. It was kind of like, it was just, a bunch of nothing and a bunch of, up and down type stuff. So needless to say, I actually thought he was an ex-crackhead or something they had found in the street. Because that was what I was thinking. Like, okay, this guy is obviously, there's something with this guy. He's got issues or something, and they felt sorry for him or whatever. But it was just a really bad motivational speaker. So, like I said, I'm not a big fan of motivational speakers to begin with. But when you're a shitty one, then that's even worse. So, and you do get, and why is it? I don't know why, but there seems to be more of an influx of these, these motivational speaker guys, and more people are posting those kind of quotes on Facebook and all that kind of stuff, and just to motivate. I don't know. I've never been, because you know what? You motivate yourself. That's not, I don't need some jackoff to tell me, I need motivation and what I should do to be motivated. And then at the end of it, preface it with, by the way, you can buy my book. Like, oh, so you have all the secrets. You are that one asshole with all the secrets to everything. And if I just purchased your book, life would just be chocolate pizza in a can. So I'm not into all that. But yeah, this guy was very, It was just, and it was fake. It was just, and he said a lot of cliche stuff. He kept saying, you know, you got to get fired up. You got to get ready. You got to look at the next day as a new day. And, you know, and you're just going, oh, come on, bro. Do you live by this bullshit? I don't think you do. So, but, you know, and again, because it's false. To me, it's a false sense of, you know, a lot of shit is a false sense.
Would you like to go out to a regular break?
Sure. Is it time?
Yes.
Oh, that's
it
right,
is.
because we went late last time.
Yep.
Okay, let's roll to the regular break, and we'll be right back, bitches. And yeah. And maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll get a motivational speaker to talk to you all during the commercial. Wouldn't you like that?
Yee! What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to Stim Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerk Man. Heavy that. And guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do. So don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic, like you already know. Get him, Jay!
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. That's back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul.
I love you. You are my girl.
And hip-hop bangers like
25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the bay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
classic throwbacks like.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on J&J.FM.
Answer me this. When did having a lot of YouTube hits and hella MySpace friends begin to determine whether a rapper has good music or not? Let's be serious. You wouldn't trust half of these people to wash your car or your dog. But you gonna let these people determine what music you listen to? That's crazy. You gotta be a leader, man, not a follower. And check out that classic album by your boy Black Ice, 5.0 Reasons, 10th Anniversary, 1998 to 2008. It's that classic Bay Area G-Funk and mob music. Sample the entire album at cdbaby.com, rhapsody.com, Napster, and
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer of the award-winning Shit That Irks Me. Now, usually, I'm joking and having fun and laughing. But in this case, I'm here to talk about something very serious. There's a phenomenon that's going on all over this country. It's called dimpling or dimple caking. That's right. There are lonely ass, poor, sorry sons of fucking bitches that have no friends, no life, and nothing really going on for themselves. So they need people to talk to. So what they'll do is they'll call your phone. And usually what you'll do, being the heartless son of a bitch that you are, you'll just let the phone ring and roll it into your voicemail. And then you sit there and you contemplate, oh no, I have to call this person back. I have to call this person back, knowing that there's quite the chore that's in front of you. What do you do? If you're the heartless son of a bitch that never calls them back, you need to stop now. You need to call that person back and do your dimple duty. That's right. It is your dimple duty to make sure that this person is happy and content and feels worth. That's right. This person needs to feel like they have some worth. So, do your dimple duty today. Thank you. I am Maxwell Silverhammer with a public service announcement.
Do you hate women that you can't fuck? Have you tried to rub your dick on some woman's foot and she turns you down?
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, if so, you need Game for the Mentally Lame. That's right. If you're a mental retard and women are trying to kill you with their Google Cheesy Leezy, then this is the book for you. That's right. Learn brand new pickup lines. Hey, baby, you hear my fake? Wanna hear on it?
No, I don't want to sit on your face, but I'd like to split your fucking lip.
Or you can also learn brand new ways of being smooth and romantic with the come-ons. Hey, how about we go have some choochie, and then after that, we can go to the rum runner.
Great, just what I've always wanted. My own drunken alcoholic retard. No thanks.
So see, the proof is in the tard. So get Game for the Mentally Lame for only $19.99 if you call now. Order Game for the Mentally Lame for all tards and those who can't quite get it. He was a young white kid from the suburbs who had it all. Yo, Pops, when you gonna paint my motherfucking Bentley and shit? Sorry, son, I'll get to it. It's just been very hectic down at the office. But he wanted something more. Yo, I wish I could be a G, dog. He wanted to come from those mean streets and be a G like his compadres that he looked up to. Yo, man, if only I could have a gack, dude. I'd bust the most caps out of any G. Then he met Jay Fucker on MySpace, where he learned to rock up that crack cocaine with the dopest of OGs from the street. Yo, we gonna hit the track right now, and we gotta slang these hover rocks to these motherfucking fiends, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, can I roll with you, dog? Can I roll in your 6'4"? It's a tale of urban struggle. Yo, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive out in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, I can dig it. It was a tale of romance. Hey, dog, you mind if we sleep in the same bed? Gerald Jisenbag and Harold Hardcock give it 2 thumbs up. It's Black Cock Down. At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes at your fun. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fucking Buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
Straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts, set your mind to the track. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scams. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts of
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
We are anonymous, and you're listening to Maxwell Silverhammer
Fuck that guy.
and DJ Jerkman,
Yeah, fuck that guy too.
only on STEM Radio.
Damn, this shit really irks me.
Stim Radio. Stim Radio.
Oh, yes, bitches. Perfect, kangaroo. That was awesome. So, anyway, we're at the final segment of the shit that irks me. What are we going to talk about? Well, I should be a motivational speaker. That's the thing, man. It's like all these archives, all this game, all this stuff we talked about, and there was something I was talking to my assistant about today. And we were talking about, relationships and things like that. And he's telling me, with his girlfriend, they want to travel and they want to do things. And he's like, we're not ready for kids yet. We're not. And God, he's right. I think he's got the right idea, because too many couples try to live by some kind of like a decree. Oh, by this many months we should be living together. By this many months you should be proposing. But why is it got to be this whole instruction manual of how to have a fucking relationship?
It should be when it's when it's time.
That's what I'm saying. Just do it when you feel it. But in the meantime, just have fun with each other. What happened to having fun with each other as couples anymore?
There's no such thing.
Right. It's too robotic now. It's, everybody's, well, first of all, people are stupid, kind of like we've always said. And society puts these little, like hang-ups on you as to what you should be by this many months, and what you've been living together for 2 years and you're not married yet. What the fuck's that about? So yeah, we were talking about that today. a little bit. And he's like, yeah, he's like, my girlfriend and I want to travel. We want to do this. We want to see that. And he was like, before we even think about kids and before we even think about, and I'm like, that's the right way to do it. And because so many people, they just get into the, all right, so we're ready to have kids. Okay, we're going to have the kids now, and this is what we're going to do. And you're going, man, dude, you guys are jumping into this shit too fast. No wonder couples can't stand each other.
Yeah, because they don't take time to be themselves before they become a family and all the craziness comes.
Right. It's almost like they work as co-workers, not as a couple.
Right.
Because, okay, we're working on this. We're working on that. Why is everybody working on things? Why can't you just be together and have some fun? That's what they need to be doing. But instead, there's the whole robotic. Well, even with the dating sites, we always talk about this. It's so robotic.
Mm-hmm.
What questions you should be asking, that kind of thing, just the whole, and it's just, oh man, like I had another coworker today was talking to me about, she was going off on, how she's getting annoyed with guys and how things aren't working out, and they went out on a date, and she really enjoyed the date, so she wrote the guy and said, hey, look, I really had fun, hope to go out with you again soon sometime. And he said, look, I'm a thinker, and I don't know how involved I want to get in this yet. And she got very butthurt over this. And it's like, well, then back the fuck off.
Yeah.
Stop, trying to force somebody into something. And she goes, for him to assume that, I mean, why did he make that dumb assumption? And I'm like, well, okay, you kind of made an assumption too.
Yeah.
Just telling him, how about I had fun, hopefully we'll hang out soon again, is that's okay. And I think that guy took it a little to the extreme. But at the same time, why do we have to live by these rules of relationship rules, and this is what we've got to do? And again, I could be off my fucking rocker. So if I'm just a nutbag, call in 702-605-0498. I'm actually welcoming callers. Well, because you know what, it's refreshing to actually get callers that are calling about relevant things. I used to get a lot of calls for other shows, and people were that were calling about nonsensical shit. But hey, if you're listening and you're interested, 702-605-0498, or you can Skype us at All Talk Radio, and I'll try to get a little better at that. I used to get annoyed with phone calls. You remember that was my thing for a while.
Yeah.
But now, hey, if it's relevant, great. And that guy that called earlier was really good. But anyway, yeah, so if I'm just completely crazy and, we need to start living by these rules of relationships and love, then, all right, tell me why. But be sure to back up your point.
Well, and I think that's why they don't last. They jump in,
Mm-hmm.
It goes way too fast. They get tired of each other, and then it's gone.
Well, that's it. You burned it out before it even,
Yep.
Could get anywhere. So, and here's the other thing. What is this shit with, okay, it's usually this, there's the morning text, there's the afternoon at lunch, phone call, then there's the text message later at like the break, then of course, 5 o'clock comes around, oh, you're off work, they call you or you should call them, and it's too restricted. Why can't you just have your own time? When you feel like calling or texting, there shouldn't be these obligations in place already.
Yeah, like I have to call because they called me.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I better call them back, or I better text them, or whatever. Either that, or I'm just, maybe things are changing, and we just aren't hip to the way.
Maybe, but I like my way better.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, this seems a little healthier.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. As far as, I don't want to have to be, what the hell? Oh, that's, okay, that's a guy, I'll cut him although he knows I do a show 5 nights a fucking week. It's amazing how people don't know I do a show. I didn't know you did it 5 nights a week. Nigga, how long have I been doing this show? 8 years now? And you don't know I do it 5 nights a week?
I think that's long enough.
Well, that's, you'd think, but people still don't learn your schedule at that point. Like, dude, I told you 5 nights a week is what I do. Oh, I didn't know. It's like, oh my God. But there we go. There's that restricted, things that people should be learning, they don't. And other things that people aren't learning.
Yeah, and it's all the common sense stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, how does common sense get forgotten so quickly?
I don't know. I don't find that many people nowadays that have any common sense.
Yeah, well, and as to quote somebody who used to be married to Jerkman, there's no such thing as common sense.
That's because she didn't have any.
I'm considered the source on that particular comment.
Yeah, there was no common sense there.
But, for her to even say that actually kind of pissed me off when she said that. And I'm thinking, well, leave it up to you to make that dumbass statement.
Right.
So, but yeah, there's too much structure now when there doesn't need to be. Things that don't need structure, they're putting structure in, and things that actually, do require some structure, they're taking the structure out of.
Mm-hmm.
It's, like education, is not as structured. Parenting, I think we've talked about that before. I think we were talking about that last night, how there's no structure in that, and when there really needs to be. And yet with other kids, with other stuff, there's too much structure now.
Yep.
With relationships and with this and that, and it's just like it's gotten to be too much. Oh, here's another thing. Fuck yeah! I wanted to talk about this, and I'm sorry. This happened with my assistant at work too. His mom is gay, or excuse me, transgender. And it was just not that I was offended or anything, but it's just really weird, and I'm trying to wrap my head around it. But I noticed when he would refer to his mom, he would either call her by her name or he would call her a he. He's going to work or he's going to do this. And I'm going, well, that's... So I asked him about that. And I said, well, what's the deal with that, man? And he's like, well, you got to understand, when you're transgender... And I said, well, wait, transgender, does that mean she's going to get an operation? And he goes, no, that's transsexual. So I'm going, okay, so what is transgender? And he said, well, basically that means, that they feel more comfortable as a man or feel more comfortable as a woman. Well, I've met his mom, and she doesn't act like a man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she dresses like a man. I can't see that part. But as far as I know, she's not very manly.
Right.
But for some reason feels comfortable as a man. And he understands that I don't understand it. But he was talking to me again. Oh, no, this is yesterday, as a matter of fact. We were talking about friendships. And we were kind of joking about, how certain things can be construed as gay. Like, for instance, this is the third year in a row that we went to this that we're going to this function for 4th of July. And I'm the people I brought with me happen to be guys, friends of mine. And I said, yeah, it's kind of funny. I'm sure everybody there thinks I'm gay now. So, and we're kind of laughing about that. And he said, yeah, he goes, I never really had that kind of issue with my parents. My friends were just my friends. And, there was never accusatory stuff going on there and people thinking that I'm this or thinking of, and I said, well, you know what, man? I said, you've got a gay parent, so that might give you a little edge on that. That's actually kind of cool. And he goes, no. It's transgender. And he's like, I don't mean to correct you, man. And he knows and this isn't to bash him because he's a really cool dude. But I was like, well, okay, transgender? And then he's like, well, yeah. And so that's when he went into the whole thing. And so then today I said to him, because he was talking about his mom, and he said, he's going to need the vehicle and when he goes to work. And so I said to him, I was like, look, bro, you may call your mom a man, but I'm not going to do that. So if I refer to your mom as she or her, please don't get offended. And he was like, no. He goes, believe me. He's like, I'm totally cool with that. So, at least he's cool and open-minded enough. But, wow, what a twisted way to think. Maybe. Wow.
Yeah, it's got to be hard. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, that's lost me. I mean, I can understand, are you transsexual? Where if you're transgender, isn't the ultimate goal to become the sex that you're most comfortable being? I thought.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
what I'm saying. It kind of throws me off a little bit. I'm kind of like, okay, like I said, people can do what they want. I don't care. I really don't give a shit. Your life is your life. And I'm not judging anybody. But at the same time, it's strange, and you can't expect me, if you're a woman you sound like a woman and you have a pussy and tits and ass and everything, then I'm sorry, but you're a woman to me. You know, and I'm never going to consider you a man. You know, it's just, I don't think like that. You know, unless you go get the whole operation and become a man, then I can't just think of you as a man, or vice versa. You know, where you're a, well, I think, were we talking about that the other day, where the woman's dressing her kid up, you know, the boy,
yeah,
and calling him princess and all kinds of other shit. You know, don't influence your kid's sexuality. You know, if this is something you want to do, fine, that's great. But let them decide that on their own. You know, don't force it down their throat. And I think that's the thing, too. A lot of, you know, the quote-unquote gay, apparently it's not gay anymore. You know, it's gay, it's transgender, it's the... So I don't mean to lump everybody in one community, but I'm going to say the gay community in all intents and purposes, because if you're a man and you feel more comfortable as a woman, then you probably like cock up the ass, and vice versa. So if you like the same sex, you know, that I don't understand. But see, that's strange too, because I thought if you're gay, you like the same sex. So why would you want an overly feminine dude? You know, wouldn't you want a masculine dude that you can, you know, like you two ass fuck and that's what you guys do? I mean, I don't mean to be poking fun at this, but it's very strange to me. And, you know, the gay, transgender, whatever communities say that us heterosexuals are very unaccepting, but I think they're even more unaccepting. They're very quick to correct, you know, yeah, if you like women, then you're gay. If you're a female who likes women, you're gay. If you're a man who likes men, you are gay. You know, but what's this in between? I'm a transgender. I don't feel comfortable as a woman. I'm a man. Well, then go get a sex change. Well, no, I don't have to do all that now. Okay, men don't have pussies. So you're still a fucking woman. You know? So that just threw a total, and he even told me, he was like, man, the more you think about it, if you try to wrap your head around it, you'll drive yourself nuts.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, well, why are you doing that? You know, and I'm sure growing up he was probably corrected a bunch of times, you know, and which is strange too, because obviously she was married to his dad, and then, you know, they had him and his brother, and all of a sudden during that point she decided she was gay, or excuse me, transgender. So I don't get it. You know, it's just something that's, and like I said, I don't, you know, that's what you do, but don't expect me to jump right on board with that. You know, I'm not, you know, if you're a woman, I'm going to call you a woman. If you're a man, I'm going to call you a man. You know, I think it's insulting if you don't call somebody of that sex what they really are. You know, personally to me, that's my thing. So, and you know, maybe somebody could explain that too. Like I said, it's very weird. So, you know, whatever.
So call in and explain.
Call and explain that to me. You know, I did get an email years ago when we first started doing the show, and it was somebody who was transsexual or transgender or something. And again, I wasn't very, you know, until you run across these things because they're not in your everyday life, you know, that's when you go, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. So it kind of, it'll fuck you up, man. What can I say? But yeah, this person was very quick to email me and correct me on something I said about transgender or transsexuals or something like that. And, but again, it's wow. You know, it's one of those things, you know, and again, I'm not trying to bash it. You know, you do what you do, but you know, I didn't want to bring this up yesterday with Cruise Control because he gets very passionate about this stuff. And yeah, to a degree, it is kind of bullshit, but whatever, man. If, you know, you want to be a man, you're a man, all right, you pretend you're a man. I'm not going to pretend you're a man, but don't get mad at me because I won't, you know. So, wow. You know, soon we're going to have trans-ethnic.
Trans-ethnic.
You know, you're going to have people that are white, but they want to be black, so therefore they're going to be, call me a black man, or, you know, call me an Asian, or something. Well, I mean, you already get that, but I'm sure they're gonna step it up to the next level. You're gonna have now. Watch, as soon as I say that you're trans ethnic, then somebody is gonna come out of the woodwork and be like, "Yeah, I am actually trans ethnic." So, would that make me a transitie?
A transitie.
Because obviously, yes, I'm blind, but I don't. I've been told by a lot of people I don't behave like a blind person. So
that's true.
Yeah, well, and there are some stereotypes that some blind people do. Sorry, it's like anything. When some people get offended, well, what is a blind person supposed to act like? Well, there's some people that you and I both know that very well fit that stereotype. So, man, it's just what it is. Yeah, I'm a transitie. Maybe that's my thing in life. Everybody's got to be something.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna start calling you transitie.
I'm a transitie. Wow, I can't believe we did a whole show without Jerkman.
I know.
Tonight. So I guess he'll be back tomorrow, I'm assuming. So
I think so, yes.
He'll probably be back in here, and you'll hear more gay jokes because that's Jerkman.
Not him.
No. Actually, lately I noticed he's been very he hasn't been as serious. You know what I'm saying? That's why tonight was kind of cool, because it gave me a chance to sort of get serious and buckle down and talk about some real shit and some issues and stuff.
Yeah, well, I'll talk to him, tell him he needs to be serious once in a while.
Well, I mean, don't tell him
Not
that.
too much.
You don't want him to be a trans serious now. So, man, yeah, that was just very, very interesting, very eye-opening, should we say? But
yeah, I'll have to look it up and see what I can learn about it.
About the transgender, this, that, and whatever. Well, it's so confusing, and from what I've heard too, a lot of them don't like each other. Like gay people don't like transgender people, and transsexuals don't like transgender.
Yeah, I heard that too.
It's like, how the fuck do you guys not all get along?
Yeah.
But whatever. It's they're very, like I said, they say we're critical. I think they're even more critical of themselves. I've heard people, criticize other gay people for, what are you talking about? You're not coming out. You're not. Well, actually, and I heard about there's a what are they called? The Log Cabin Republicans, something like that. They're gay Republicans, something to that effect.
Oh.
So yeah, which hey, is all right. I guess that's kind of cool because it's like they're breaking the stereotype.
Right.
Because obviously every gay person must be a Democrat. That's the groupthink bullshit too. And a lot of that is driven by groupthink. It's we see it a lot with blind people too. Where, what are you, part of NFB or are you part of ACB? And, you're just, which are blind groups, by the way, American Council for the Blind or Nevada Federation or National Federation for the Blind. Me, myself, I don't belong to any of them just for that reason, because I don't feel I need a group to identify with. I'm an individual. So, but, and I think that's part of the problem too. People lost their goddamn individuality.
Yes.
And I think that's a big part of that too, where, no, I'm a transgender. No, I'm a homosexual. No, I'm a, you know what? How about you be a person first, And that's it too. You want equal rights. You want to be considered equal. Well, you're not getting, you're separating yourself for whatever fucked up reason. So anyway, on that note, bitches, I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
I'm Kangaroo.
And that's the story there, bitches. See you tomorrow.